How to perform ordination? Evancha pana bhikkhave pabbache tabba upasampa de tabba pata mam kasa masum aha retva kasa yani vatani acha detva ekansam uttara sangham kara petva bhikkhunam pade vanda petva katuki kam katuti kam nisida petva ajhalim paghanha petva evam vade iti vataba buddham saranam gacchami dhammam saranam gacchami sangham saranam gacchami dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami anujanami bhikkhave imehi tihi sarana gamanehi pabbajam upasampadanti mahavagga mahakandaka. Because this is how ordination must be done. This is how higher ordination must be conferred. First, hair and beard must be shaved. Dress with robes, having the single robe, uttara sangha, covering one shoulder and squatting with the palms clasped together and made to recite Buddham Saranam Gacchami up to Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. O bhikkhus, refuge in these three constitutes pabbajja and higher ordination, is its meaning. At the early period of the Buddha Sasana, merely taking refuge in the Triple Gem was approved for pabbajja, higher ordination, pabbajja and higher ordination. As the number of bhikkhus increased very much due to the development of the Buddha Sasana, receiving higher ordination by merely taking refuge in the Triple Gem was rejected by the Buddha. Ya sa bhikkhave maya tihi saranagamanehi upasampada anunata taham ajjatage kati pati ki pami anujanami bhikkhave nati chatutetu nati chatutena kamena upasampadam mahavagga mahakundhaka. Instead, napti kyutur nupti chuturtu kamma upasampada was enforced. That is, reciting the motion once and reciting the hearing 3 times. As there was no change made regarding ordination, taking pabbajja, by taking refuge is maintained up to date. 3 activities of shaving the head and beard, donning of robes and taking refuge constitute the ordination. After this performance, the one who seeks pabbajja becomes a samanera, novice bhikkhu. The first act to be performed is the shaving of the head. If the person has already shaved the head, he may be ordained without reshaving. If a bhikkhu is to cut or cause to be cut even a single hair that is longer than 2 finger breadths, Deva Gulam, Then all bhikkhus within the premises must be assembled. The person seeking ordination produced before the Sangha and the bhikkhu who is to shave the hair must recite Imassa bandhu kammam apuchami once, twice, or 3 times, and should get the approval before cutting the hair. When assembling the bhikkhus is troublesome, it is suitable to visit them individually and inform. If there are many bhikkhus in the village, Sima, the person seeking ordination is taken to a Buddha Sima and the bhikkhus informed. A bhikkhu who shaves hair longer than 2 fingers width of a person seeking ordination without informing all the bhikkhus incurs a dukkhata apatti minor offense. It is better to perform the shaving of the head of a person to be ordained personally by the teacher or by another under his instructions. If the teacher is doing the shaving himself, he should do so while teaching the Tacha Panchaka Kammatana, 5-fold working ground. If another person is doing the shaving, the teacher should stand by and explain the 5-fold working ground. This is a very important matter. Tacha Panchaka Kamma Naha is the foundations of mindfulness, Sati Patthana Bhavana, with regard to the body that involves the contemplation of the hair of the head, hair of the body, nails, teeth, and the skin. The teacher should explain this kindly and clearly. A lock of hair should be given to be held by the pupil and told, "Child, look at this hair, direct your mind towards it. The color of this hair is also ugly. Shape is also ugly. They are ugly because of bad smell, ugly because they arise from blood, pus, excreta, urine, bile, and phlegm. This hair is also ugly as it arises with dirty materials such as body hair, nails, and teeth. The loathsome nature of hair must be so explained. The loathsome nature of the other 4 parts, namely body, hair, nails, teeth, and skin, should be explained as well. Things explained at this time will be firmly embedded in the mind of the person being ordained. Therefore, some noble sons who had practiced meditation during their previous births have overcome all defilements and attained arhatships by contemplating this subject of meditation. Just as the shaving is concluded, even if he does not attain arhatship, the subject of meditation explained at this time will remain firmly fixed in his mind. It will serve him in good stead in the future. This is a matter which should not be forgotten by the teachers. Subsequent to the shaving of the head and beard, the Pabbajja seeker should be washed well with soap and bathed to remove lay odor. If the person is able to wash himself, he should be allowed to do so. The person seeking Pabbajja after cleansing himself by bathing should go to the place of Pabbajja and, if his parents are present, worship them at their feet and bid farewell. If any relatives are present, he should also bid farewell to them and go before the Sangha and worship them, and then kneel down in front of the preceptor with the robes in hand to request Pabbajja by uttering Okasa aham bante Pabbajjam yachami, Dutiyampi aham bante Pabbajjam yatami, Tatiyampi aham bante Pabbajjam yachami. Thereafter the robes must be handed to the preceptor after saying the following. Sabba dukkha nissarana nibbana sachi kiriya nibbana sachi karanathaya imam kasavam gahetva pabbajeta mambante anukampang padaya tutiyampi sabba dukkha nissarana nibbana sachi kiriya sachi karanathaya imam kasavam gahetva pabbajeta mambante anukampang upadaya tatiyampi sabba dukkha nissarana nibbana sachi nibbana sachi karanathaya imam kasavam gahetva pabbajeta mambante anukampang upadaya. The meaning of which, have compassion towards me, accept these robes and obtain and ordain me to enable me attain Nibbana, which is the extinguishing of all suffering. The following should then be uttered in requesting Pabbajja once again. Sabba dukkha nissarana nibbana sachi karanattaya etam kasavam dattva pabbajeta mambante anukampam upadaya dutiyampi sabba dukkha nissarana nibbana sachi karanathaya imam kasavam dattva pabbajeta mambante anukampam upadaya tatiyampi sabba dukkham nissarana nibbana sachi karanathaya imam kasavam dattva pabbajeta mambante anukampam upadaya. The meaning of which is, have compassion towards me and give these robes and ordain me to enable me attain Nibbana, which is the extinguishing of all suffering. When the request is made 3 times, as stated above, the bhikkhu should dress the Pabbajja seeker personally with the robes on request, or request another to do so, or hand back the robes, asking him to do it himself. Giving the robes in any one of the 3 methods is considered as being handed back by the bhikkhu. While donning the robes, he must reflect that it is done to protect oneself from cold, heat and insects, such as flies and mosquitoes. If the person being ordained does not know this, the preceptor must make him say it. After receiving the robes as above and covering one shoulder with the Uttara Sangaha, he should pay respects to the bhikkhus present and squat in front of their preceptor and observe Pabbajja, then 10 precepts including the refuge in the triple gem.